1 2 1 2. Is this mic on? Super DJ Sean Rebel, Organic Radio Show. Come on. Let's try to get some people up in here. We got to talk about this today. Y'all trying to figure out what we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about them gun laws, man. We're going to talk about how to protect yourself and get out of some situations, man. You know what I'm saying? We got Tactical Force Training Solution in the building, y'all. That's how we getting down today. Organic Radio Show. Okay. We here. We ready. That's what's up. Let me scoot my chair up a little bit. Come on. Come on. All right, enough of that. We're going to go to my man from VP of Mix Station Radio. Holla at me, Mix Man.
You are now tuned into Mix Station Radio Live. The views and the opinions of the guests and the hosts you hear on Mix Station Radio Live are not necessarily those of the staff and the management of Mix Station Radio Live, its sponsors, or advertisers.
Yeah. That's the Mix Station way, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mix Station East and we Mix Station South. We Mix Station Eastern Shore, man. Shout out to the whole team, everybody in the building right now. We try to bring my man on and you know, we got some technical difficulties with the sound, but we still going to make it happen with him. We got a special guest in the house from Tactical Force Training Solutions, and I'm going to bring him in so y'all could talk to him and listen to what he has to say about his information about guns and training. And he's local, y'all. He's local in the Maryland area, so we're going to get it popping. But before I do that, I got to bring on my lovely guest. Is she ready? I see her in the background. I guess not. So hold on just a moment while I bring in my mans. Okay, you live on the air with Radio Station Organic Radio Show. My man, Tactical Force Training Solution. How you doing today, sir? One moment. I'm going to put you into our feed. Give me just a moment. Okay, you are live with Organic Radio Show. DJ Sean Rebel. How you doing today, sir?
I can't complain. And yourself?
We are good, man. We are good. We are trying to find out this good information about what you got going on with the Tactical Force Training Solution. Break that down for us.
Absolutely. So we are a firearms training academy located in Northeast Baltimore. And our focus has grown from more than just firearms to all areas of self-defense. So we hold HQO classes. That's the handgun qualification license. That license is needed just to purchase a handgun. We do wear and carry. We do courses for private detectives and security guards. The list goes on.
That's dope. In a way of finding out this information, we stumbled across you because of one of the actors that we was working with. She brought us on to and said, she did the training and she said it would be a good idea if we signed up and got some information from you guys. So that's what we did. We signed up and we're going to try to take this training. But we said, you know what? We're a radio show. We host shows and do podcasts and such like that. So I was like, okay, well, let's go ahead and interview this team and see what's going on. And K Latte, DJ Latte Life, she had the idea to give you a call, so we're going to bring on screen now. DJ Latte Life, how you doing today? Your mic is off. Let's see here.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, I got you.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing? What's going on?
Happy Monday, everybody.
Oh, my goodness.
Happy Monday.
Can't take another Monday. Mondays are crazy.
This weather is not helping, but we here.
Absolutely. So, bring it to the forefront, Latte. What's happening with the ideas that you have as far as the training? Because I know we were.
I want to welcome you here. Basically, Teresa Davis has been kind of putting that out there. That you guys were very good with training and getting people to understand what needs to happen to be licensed. And in today's climate, I thought it was a good idea to have us come on and you give us a lot of information. As a woman in Baltimore, things are very different now. When you don't always have time to call somebody to come. So I definitely wanted you guys to come on and give us some tips, what we need to do, walk us through. I know I had some friends that they already have their handgun. I wanted to know some of the legalities, like things people need to do. Who can be licensed? Who cannot? Things like that.
Right. Absolutely.
So can you tell me who can be licensed?
Oh yeah. So any able-bodied citizen, and what I mean by that is that's somebody who doesn't have any of the disqualifiers. One would be if you have a conviction of a violent crime. Okay?
Right.
We're looking at felonies. People, if you've been convicted of a felony, you know that you're not eligible to purchase, possess, or even be around firearms. And we get phone calls all the time on that subject. Another one we get a lot of calls on is the medical marijuana card. You cannot have a medical marijuana card and a gun license. One cancels out the other. Although Maryland is one of those states that are kind of like, easing up on the medicinal marijuana and things like that and pushing for recreational use, marijuana is still an offense federally, and federal law trumps state law. People with mental illness, you've been voluntarily or involuntarily admitted for 30 days or more, then you have to get a special provision and get signed off. The Second Amendment is a right granted to U.S. citizens. So if you're not a citizen or you're in the country illegally, if you're a habitual drunkard, which means anybody who has more than 3 DUIs, things like that would be the things that keep you out of the running. And last but not least, domestic violence. Domestic violence is taken so serious in Maryland that even just a misdemeanor conviction of it, you'll never own a firearm again.
Oh, wow.
That is a lot to eat because we had no idea.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to come on and educate us. Any information we give will help. Definitely want to direct us to traffic. I think I spoke the other day about it was a young lady in a women's group, and she was talking about how she feared for her life in a moment. She was just walking to the door, dropped her kid off, and I think she was grabbing something to eat. Had a gut feeling that somebody was following her, and sure enough, it was like two guys posted up outside, and one was kind of sitting in a car. And we wound up asking someone in the store to walk her to her car. And the guys were kind of waiting for her. I don't know what was planned, but she was just saying she was very happy that she had someone to escort her. But I tried to tell them in the chat that I've heard other scenarios where you had people that do sex trafficking, and they will have an extra person to act as if they're coming to help you, but they're really all working together.
Right.
And then I sent them your link.
Oh yeah, we actually have a video that we showed during a class where there's a lady, because people don't have situational awareness, and we've been social distancing. It's called social media, right? We had one student who told us that she actually walked into an armed robbery. Store was being robbed, and she was on her cell phone on Instagram, and so inundated in the phone that she didn't realize the store was being robbed until she walked up to the counter. Everybody's looking at her. There's another video we show where this lady, is at the grocery store. She's putting the groceries in the car, and one gentleman pretends that he's waiting for her cart, and he grabs the cart, walks off to distract her. Another guy gets in the back seat, so as soon as she gets in the car, he has a gun to her head. And then the accomplice who's waiting for the cart goes back into the driver's seat, and they pull off. And this happened in broad daylight.
Wow.
I saw that.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people say, did anybody find out what happened?
Uh-oh. I think we lost him. I'm going to give him a call back. Give me just a moment, y'all.
Okay. I did see that scenario. They played that very well to pretend that they were just kind of waiting on the cart, and he got in the car, but she didn't even see him.
Hold on just a moment.
People are not paying attention. Hey, Teresa, I saw you pop on there.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you now.
I'm having the worst time with technology today.
It's okay.
That's okay. We still here.
We still here with you.
So I was saying, I saw that scenario that you were talking about. I was like, did you know what was the final outcome of that situation?
Unfortunately, I do not. And the only reason we have that footage is because it was taken on video. Again, these pictures happen every day. The biggest thing that we can do to help ourselves is to remain vigilant. Right? We have to be situationally aware at all times because there have been nightclub shootings, school shootings, kids and adults been kidnapped, all types of things. It's a crazy world we live in. But we got to stay hyper vigilant and make sure that our eyes are constantly on a swivel, looking out for prevalent dangers.
Okay. Where can people find this information about far as your website? I do have a website screenshot up on the Organic Radio Show right now, but it's showing just your basic information of private lessons and pricing and far as booking an appointment. But if they wanted to see some visuals, I know you have like some type of .com like that, right? Or is that on Facebook?
Yeah, so we really use Facebook and Instagram, and if you go through on the website, the first screen is for people who want to sign up, but there's a menu, a drop-down menu, and you can see a gallery of photos, all the different services that we offer, from the gun club to private lessons, like you mentioned, and different classes that we're providing. And then we have the Facebook and Instagram pages that you can find us at Tactical Force Training Solution.
Okay, well, I'm looking at the main. I guess it's a booking appointment page. There's no drop down information in here except for actually the pricing for the gun classes or the tactical classes.
Well, I gotta make sure you get the right website. You might be on one of our book pages.
Yeah, it's a Square site. That's what it says, Square site booking. So, do you have the actual site? I will put it in here now so people can see.
So it's done through Square as well, but it's Tactical Force Training Solution .square.site.
Loading it up now. Let's see what happens. Here we are.
All right.
We're on your site right now. So what's a good place to go for people to see information and stuff? Home, gift cards, join the NRA today, or more?
Oh yeah, so all that stuff. You got the gift cards, join the NRA, the gun club, CCW Safe membership. We partner with CCW Safe to provide self-defense insurance for the aftermath if you happen to find yourself in that situation. And if you scroll through on the homepage, towards the bottom, you'll see a gallery of photos and all.
Gotcha. I'm going down now. There we are. Okay, we're right after the submit form. Yeah, I'm going to keep that up for a little bit so people can see that. We're right here where you had people taking the gun class and they were showing their
the targets.
Yeah, the targets being hit with the bullet casings.
Oh yeah.
That's nice. Oh,
I had a couple while you guys are.
Go for it, Latte.
I have a bunch of questions. I wanted to know. Let me see. Where did I want to start? One was like, what should a person coming to take your class, like what should they bring with them on that person?
That's a great question. What I want you to bring is a open mind and a willingness to learn. If you want to, some people do take notes. Take photos of some of the safety rules. But when we come to the class, we go over everything from the laws, and we touch on different subjects like situational awareness, compartmentalizing your emotions, and things like that. Because owning a firearm is a big responsibility. So we go over the good and the bad, And we also reviewed some of the latest laws and politics surrounding the Second Amendment as well. So just definitely come with an open mind, willingness to learn, and just be ready to have fun.
Okay.
Definitely looking forward to the fun.
Absolutely. Shooting is fun.
I think it's a good stress reliever. I've been interested for some years now. I'm really behind. I'm ready.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely a good stress reliever. I used to call it therapy because I visit it once a week, and it's a lot cheaper than my therapist. So I put those rounds down range, and all my troubles seem to go away.
Okay. Good. I wanted to know how often should a person with no training, like say I come my ticket class, I got my ammo, gun. How often should I be going and trying to get that class of accuracy to learn how to shoot?
Absolutely, that's a great question. So we recommend that you shoot at least once a month, at the very, very minimum, because lately the prices of ammo and firearms have gone up. So at the very minimum, maybe every other month. Every other month. So what we've designed with the gun club is an opportunity for people to get that shooting in once a month because we do training. So twice a month we meet with the gun club. One meeting is just seminar style and classroom sessions. We have one-on-one talks with lawyers, question and answer style, so that we can have all your legal questions answered as well. And there's different trainings that are going on.
Dope.
Oh, awesome. You guys sound thorough. That was most of my question. I guess you're gonna answer there. I was looking up some things on Maryland law. I saw that they had gone on 2013 on licensing. And then in 2016, I guess you were just talking about the Second Amendment. I saw that the sheriff in Waukegan County was having an issue with the Second Amendment and the new laws for gun carriers.
Oh yeah. Well, when it comes to the Second Amendment, especially right now, we've heard people say it a lot, and I don't want to add to the fear mongering, but our Second Amendment is under attack. It is under attack. There are politicians actively engaged in trying to have the Second Amendment removed from the Constitution, and it can be done with enough votes. So we got to make sure that we do our due diligence and keep up with the laws that are changing, and make sure that when we vote, the politicians that we vote in office, that their policies line up with our ideologies. You know what I mean? So we got to do due diligence. Maryland is one of those funny states, but a couple others, some that I would have never thought that we would see some of these actions that are taking place happening today, like Florida and Virginia is at a divide with the gun debate right now. Or some places, just having a gun part in your car or just having one bullet in your car could get you arrested.
Wow.
Very interesting.
That was lead to my next question, especially in these days times. I'm licensed. I'm carrying maybe in my car, whatever. How do you advise a person to kind of go about their day as now licensed carrying
Yeah, so that's a great question. We're talking about for people who are licensed to wear and carry, as far as about going about your day.
Yes.
Do the same thing that I do. We do the same thing that I would do. I go about my day normally. You get so used to carrying a firearm that it's almost second nature, like putting your belt on when you get up in the morning and put your jeans on.
So
you kind of get, your cell phone in your pocket, one of those things, never leave home without it, right? Your credit card and your cell phone. But you get so used to carrying it, you forget that it's there. But one of the things that we do talk on is places that you can and cannot go. A lot of people think that you can't enter a place that serves alcohol if you're wearing a firearm. That's not true. It's not true. You can, but is it wise to do so? We know that alcohol impairs our judgment, so we probably don't want to have a firearm on us while we're in a place that serves alcohol. And it doesn't have to be you. It doesn't have to be you, because we know what alcohol does. So somebody could, pick an argument or a fight with you.
Right.
You just happen to be the one that's carrying a firearm.
So they weren't about impaired judgment.
Absolutely. So, throughout your day, we all make decisions 24 hours a day, while we're up. But we don't think about the consequences. And consequences are not necessarily bad. They can be good or bad. It's just the effect of the action that was taken. So we just have to be mindful that everything we do with these firearms, we remain reasonable and prudent. And your firearm is your last resort. I saw a video. I don't know if you guys check this one out. I saw a video. These two guys were going back and forth inside of a little bodega. And one of the guys threatened the other with firearms. So he was going to shoot him. They went outside and they got to fighting. And the guy got his gun away from him and walked off. He told him, "You want it back? Call the police." So that firearm is not the equalizer. You put the gun on, it doesn't make you John Wick all of a sudden.
It's one of them things.
Along with firearms training, I always recommend getting some self-defense training in as well. Because what if you have to get to your firearm? If you don't have it on you. So you have to, especially for my women, but men alike, you have to have some form of hand-to-hand skills about yourself so that you can defend yourself. And again, the firearm is your last resort. So you're not pulling it just to threaten somebody away, because you can be charged for brandishing.
Right.
Yeah. That's what I wanted to get into. I wanted to get into the do's and the don'ts. You're already there. Another scenario, let's say we're not going to a bar. Let's say we're just heading out to get something to eat. But in this case, I bring my firearm with me. I'm certified. I'm taught. I have the firearm with me. We get pulled over on the way to the restaurant. The first thing the cops are going to ask you, and I've been approached so many times, and we can go into a whole nother show about this, but I've been approached so many times about, do you have any weapons in the car, firearm? Do you have alcohol? Are you on drugs? They ask these questions before they even ask you for your license and registration.
Absolutely.
What's the next step?
Absolutely. So for a lot of states, if you have a firearm in your vehicle, you're required by law, if you're pulled over, to notify that police officer that you have a firearm in your vehicle. Maryland is not one of those states, so you don't have to notify. But if they ask, you better let them know. If they ask, you better let them know. That's the difference. So you're not required to, but you have to let them know, and then just comply. Just comply. The first thing I tell folks to do, especially if you have a firearm and you get pulled over for traffic violation or whatever, is make sure your hands are visible. Make sure your hands are visible. Roll the window all the way down, and make sure you already have your wallet and everything out. I strategically place all of my credentials, my wearing carry permit, my license, in a little card holder that I can present at any time. So I don't have to reach in to my glove compartment and make any movements that would make the officer feel uncomfortable. So we both in a stressful situation. At this time, we're both carrying firearms. I don't want him to be uncomfortable. I don't want to be uncomfortable. Right. And let's get this process going. But one of the things, a good word of advice is, the side of the road is not a courtroom. The side of the road is not a courtroom. If you felt like there's been an injustice done, if you felt like you weren't speeding, you didn't run the red light, whatever the case may be, don't try to go back and forth with the officer on the side of the road. Take it to court, fight it. Right. But that is not the time to do so. And we see a lot of incidents that's been happening here lately around the country, with innocent or unarmed, or even armed people getting shot by the police because of the actions that they've taken. And a lot of instances could have been avoided. Right.
Yeah, I have an instance that I wanted to explain to everybody in TV land that back in the day, I'm gonna just say that, I'm not gonna date it, but it was back in the day. Went to the club. I had on a white suit. I was dapper, I was in the club. I was doing me. I was having fun, but I was with my boys. We all had on suits. We were celebrating. The fact that we had opened the club, et cetera, et cetera. Wasn't the best decision in the world, but we got in the car after drinking. The driver was more inebriated than anybody else. I didn't drink at all, but I still got in the car anyway. That was the first mistake. But the second mistake was we ran a red light on accident. And when you're inebriated or you have your friends in the car, things turn into laughter. They were laughing, having fun. So the driver of the car decided that he was just going to keep running red lights. So we ran about, I'm not even lying to you, maybe 8 red lights. I'm not sure why. I just know we were having fun. We were young, dumb, and in the club. So on the way home, we got surrounded by 9 cop cars. 9. I counted them because they all had their guns drawn. And what came across on the APB, all public broadcast, was that there was 4 black males that robbed a liquor store. Immediately, they approached the car, told us to put our hands out the window. Guns still drawn now. They had Glock 9s, I remember, because they were pretty much close to me. The officers then proceeded without asking us to search and seize the car. So they looked in the car, nothing there. Our hands are out the window. Then they asked us to get out the car. So we got out the car. They frisked us, asked us where we were going, what we were running red lights for. And then they proceeded to pop the trunk. When they popped the trunk, the driver of the car had a nickel-plated .45 BB gun. Now, this is a gun, earlier that day, he didn't tell us, but earlier that day, he went out with his father and cousins in the woods to shoot his BB gun. They put it back in the trunk and didn't think anything of it. So our demise was that night that this BB gun became a loaded gun. We robbed the liquor store, and I got thrown up against the car. I didn't know if we were going to get shot or not. So we didn't act hostile or defy any authority. And like I said, there were 9 cop cars with guns drawn. So we didn't know what was going to happen from that point. They ended up locking up the driver, to say the least. And he got off, but it was based off of the fact that they did an illegal search and seize. They thought they had probable cause, but they didn't. It was a nickel-plated .45 in the back of the trunk, but it wasn't a real .45. It was actually a BB gun. But the pain and suffering from that thought process, I tell that story to a lot of my friends and family because at any given moment we could have got killed over something stupid. And I was just bringing that up because of what you said about complying with the officers when they, you're not in the courtroom. But that was the judge and the jury that night to be in the backseat of that car to see how many people were aiming guns at a car that was full of people that just came from a nightclub, and they said we robbed the liquor store. So I didn't think I was going to be here today. That was like about 30 years ago.
Absolutely. Yeah. And incidents like this, they're sad, and it happens all the time, unfortunately. But again, we got to make sure that we do our part. So what helped you out a lot is that you guys remain calm and didn't go back and forth in the situation. I've been in numerous run-ins with the police, unfortunately. One time, not to double back on your story, but I didn't even get pulled over. I pulled up at work, and 4 police cars surrounded me. Mm-hmm. So I got out of the car, locked my doors, and proceeded to walk off. I'm like, they're not here for me. They're telling me,
right.
Start telling me stop. Where am I going? I said, I'm going to work. But where are you coming from? Well, that's not your business.
Right.
Some things the police ask, we tell on ourselves, but we do have a Fifth Amendment also, right? So got to remember that. But they proceeded to ask me about drugs and guns and telling me I was selling AR-15s out of the trunk. And it could have been a nosy neighbor that reported me or anything. I don't know, because I'm leaving with rifle bags, every day in and out, out of my home. But, we sat there, the embarrassment for my job for over an hour. And I did have firearms on me. One was loaded, but I am licensed to carry. So they asked to search my vehicle. Here's the thing. I don't recommend this, but I'm a literalist. So the police officer asked me if I had any illegal drugs or guns in the car. And I said no.
Right.
When they searched the cab of the car, they found nothing. They popped the trunk. And there were maybe 3 AR-15s, a couple of pistols, a bulletproof vest. You should have seen all 4 of those police officers grabbing for their guns.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. That's the craziest situation, is to be right there at that very moment thinking that you're cool, but they thinking, I'm going to have to shoot this guy.
Absolutely.
The point was they said we had legal firearms.
But
Right.
still,
Right.
I'm telling you, I don't know about you guys out there in TV land, but from me, stop and frisk was daily routine. It was like, okay, what you got, Mr. Faulkner? What you doing today? Where you going? I'm like, I drive a hoopty. What do y'all want from me? You know, I wasn't bragging or boasting of wearing Chuck jewelry, anything. It just getting pulled over. So I don't want to go too far into that, but I was bringing it to the attention of what you was expounding on earlier about, you know, just comply with the police and you should be fine. It just hasn't happened. So I was worried about that with the Tactical Force Training Solution Gun Club. I was thinking, you know, you guys can help us out to also, as they call it, the give us the extra talk far as the getting pulled over or being, you know, harassed by the government officialities. Because we get it the most, man. We get it the most, and just without a firearm in my possession, I've gotten too many times pulled over, and then just to have one that's registered to me, I don't know if I'll be here right now. I'm just being real. Like I'm definitely taking your class, but I'm still going to be afraid to have it in the car with a certification saying, yeah, I have a registered weapon, you know, firearm,
right.
versus non-registered, and you know, about to go do some thug stuff on GTA. But that's what I'm afraid of right now. So I'm sure with your stories and our stories compiled, you know, we probably can be here for 5,000 hours. But I definitely want everybody to be aware of your class that you've been holding, and Teresa Davis definitely put us on to come to you and try to get this training. So we're going to get this training. We want everybody else to get the training as well, so that way we're well versed and we know what exactly to do. Because other thing is that Latte brought up earlier was law. You know, we have to actually get into this law. Even if you don't think you want to read about it, you have to know something about this law, because if we don't know nothing about the law, it's always going to haunt us when it comes time for these little verses that we got to get into with the police and other officials outside of that, like the FBI and government.
Absolutely. And you heard the saying, ignorance of the law is no excuse.
Right.
We've had people get pulled over and locked up because they didn't transport the gun properly. You know, the ammunition was in the same container as the firearm. Something so little like that could get you arrested. And I'm glad you brought that up with the gun club. So one of the things that we aim to do for our members, and for these nights, we will open it up to the public also. But we want to have these Q&As, you know, with the lawyers. We have 2 lawyers that our company has on retainer that are going to be coming in and doing these type of talks, you know, with the community, because we need this. We need to know, especially so that we can remain ever vigilant and do our due diligence as law-abiding citizens.
Absolutely.
I have a couple more questions. Piggybacking off basically what you guys are going into. There's a question of legal and what's justified use of force. Can you break that down for us a little bit?
I am not a lawyer.
but you know the situation
though. In Maryland, it's funny. So in Maryland, we don't have a stand your ground law. We don't have a stand your ground law.
Right.
We have, Maryland is what's called a duty to retreat state. So you have to show the judge and the jury that you did everything possible to either de-escalate that situation or completely remove yourself away from it. Especially if you have a firearm. It does not make you a punk if you run away. You know, you have the power of life and death on your hip. I look at you as a bigger person if you chose to walk away instead of use force. But in Maryland also, with it being a duty to retreat state, if someone is in fear of their life or great bodily harm, or anyone around them is in fear of their life or great bodily harm, someone in Maryland is allowed to step up and stop and incapacitate the threat. And that's going to look different for every situation.
Yep.
If there's a guy beating up his girlfriend, you know, if there's a guy beating up his girlfriend, I can justify that she's in fear of her life or great bodily harm, but I cannot justify shooting him because of the fact. So maybe I need to kick him really hard in the face. Hopefully I knock him out until the police come. But you're allowed to step up. And to piggyback, So Maryland, again, due to your retreat state, but Maryland does honor the castle doctrine. Meaning your home is your castle, and you're allowed to defend your home up to deadly force. But still have to articulate that you are in fear of your life or great bodily harm. And if you have means to get away, even in your home, if you have means to get away, you should do so. You should always do so.
Wow, that's a lot of. For me, I had my chest stuck out, but you just like de-escalated at all.
He's saying you still have to be responsible and use common sense. Don't just lead with the gun.
Absolutely. I was taught by one of my mentors when I got into the game to compartmentalize my emotions, and I use that in every single class. Because we all get emotional about something.
Right.
You know, if I come home and find my girlfriend in the bed with somebody else, me personally, I'm going to thank them because I'm not a very emotional creature. But for most folks, you know, their emotions are involved. They may be in love and it's going to hurt. Because you have a firearm, please do not engage. You know, that takes that person in that moment to suppress that anger and that fear and walk away. You know, go sit on the curb and cry. You guys are posting my website. Put the number up there. Call me. I'll come cry with you. Gotcha. But I don't want to see you going down on the news for a crime of passion because you made a decision that you have to live with for the rest of your life.
Yes, because safety is first for everything, and that's why we wanted to bring you on the show and give you your flowers while you're here. Everybody needs to be aware of safety. Holding these firearms does not make you bigger or badder than anybody in the planet. Is just something extra to have on you to protect you from the powers that be if need be, so that way you have it, because it's our Second Amendment right, so we can do this. And each individual state is an individual law based off of what you can and can't do versus carry with a contract or have a certain kind of bullet, or if it's in the chamber. I know it's a lot of law depending on when you cross them state lines. So I just wanted everybody to be aware of being safe and sign up for this class, because this class is going to teach us, as it's doing right now, this is going to be on repeat for a long time, as far as the information that he's just given us for the Firearms Training Academy. That's what I love about this, is that we're doing a question and answer for people that don't really want to step up and ask those questions because they may be embarrassed or they just don't know and they don't know who to talk to. So we got in touch with you. Thanks to Teresa. Shout out to Teresa Davis. Shout out to Latte for reaching out to you and getting this little bit of information that we need, because this is the important part. We can't even come to your class without having some type of general understanding of what we're getting into. Because a lot of people, like I said, I had my chest stuck out, man. I was like, yeah, go over there, get my firearm, get registered, buck. Nobody playing with me no more. I know a lot of people out there feel like that, and you just de-escalated all of that just now. So I appreciate that.
Absolutely. And this is, we do, one of the things that we do, and anybody can reach out to us as well. We do what's called 2A talks. So me and my team come out and we talk about the laws. We talk about firearm safety. We do a couple of demonstrations. And we really just go out to different communities, businesses, restaurants, and things that hosted us for dinner and a talk. And we just want to get the information out there. We want to get the information out there. So people come to these information sessions. We sit down, we eat, and it's informal. So we put the information out, and if they want, they can sign up for the class right then and there. And we even do private classes as well, so we can host a class at your business or at your location. We know with the COVID and everything now, some people don't want to come out. So we're working on a virtual class as well, and then come and meet us at the Government for the live fire portion. So we're really we're really big on the education and safety of it and the laws. So we're trying to get this information out to all resources, all platforms possible.
Man, I wanted to see some of them guns, man. You got me mad right now. I'm just letting you know. I seen.
I'm disappointed myself. I'm disappointed myself. We'll have to. We'll definitely have to set up another one. We could do some demonstrations and things like that.
We definitely going to do that, because I'm sure some other people that's on the feed right now, they are saying it's awesome. They learn some stuff that's new today, and they're happy that you're here. So the the epitome of this is like, yeah, I get to show some guns on my show.
No.
Go ahead, Latte.
I had one more question for you. I also wanted to thank you for coming on, and I definitely want to set up some things with you. I did see one of our partner brothers, you did a segment that you were speaking on. You did when that Terra Cafe. Shout out to Cafe. We love them.
Cafe. We love
them. I definitely want to do an event with you like that. I thought that was very nice.
Yeah, that was really nice. They Terra Cafe, shout out to them. They hosted us down there, and we did an HQL brunch, and the food was amazing. The class was amazing. We do a simulation training where we can do the live fire shooting on site or indoors because we use simulation. It's just a training round, and it's been approved by Maryland State Police. Right. So we certify you and do everything right on site. We bring the fingerprint tech to you and all that good stuff. So we try to be the one-stop shop and get these resources out to the community. We're everywhere. We're in Frederick, Maryland. You know, we're based in Baltimore, but we're Frederick. We're in Capitol Heights. We're everywhere. We're traveling so that we can arm our community. So and not necessarily just with firearms, but we arming each other with knowledge.
Right. That's the beginning, the knowledge of it first, because you can't be busting guns without no knowledge of what you're doing.
Absolutely.
What's a good number where people can reach you, man, and give a call and get to this website so they can start signing up for these classes like we doing right now?
Oh yes, 410-262-1087.
262.
262-1087.
1087.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, because I'm about to put it on the screen. So if you guys want to get up with this guy and the rest of the team on here, there's the number going across, 410-262-1087. Please reach out. Please sign up, everybody. Please be safe out there because it's your life on your line. And I can't go through another term of hearing one of my family, friends, or relatives, anybody getting robbed on the street from, somebody that has less than them, or just to do it for fun, to be a gang initiation. It's getting terrible. And with COVID, it's like that's another reason to wear a mask. So not giving anybody any ideas, just saying in general that we, this is a whole different thing in the pandemic now, that we get to wear a mask. You got to wear a mask to come into the store. Nobody, when they told me that, I was like, huh? Right. I said, look, so you don't know nobody's intention. Yeah, you don't know what the intention is. You can't tell the expression. All you see is eyes and a mask. That's it.
Absolutely. And we've seen our crime increase, of course, with the pandemic. Yeah. I also own a security company, Valor Protection. And before March of last year, the guys were coming in and we were telling them, take those masks off. We want to see your face. And now, like you were saying, they're putting them on. So one of my sites got robbed, and of course security wasn't there at the time. We couldn't come until later. But when we got there, and the police asked the store clerk, "Did you get a description of the guy?" He was no. He was wearing a mask.
Yeah,
he had a mask on. He had a mask on.
It's like like the dang do, dang don't. You put the mask on, you get to do what you do. But if you don't have the mask on, you're still going to end up robbing the place, but you're going to do it. It's probably going to be more vigorous. If they don't have their mask on, they're going to do more damage because they're hoping nobody sees them.
Right.
Man, it's been a blessing. That's all I can tell you. It's been a blessing for you being here. And I want everybody to sign up for this course, and I want everybody to go to your Facebook page too. So I already friended them up on Facebook, so y'all can check me out if you want to. But I know it's definitely Tactical Force Training Solution. And once you type that into Facebook and also Instagram, you can find out more information as far as the website, signing up for classes if you're in the local Maryland, D.C., Virginia, Eastern Shore area. He's local. And for the people that's out there, make sure, like I said, you sign up and and get your training on, because this guy's very knowledgeable and he knows what he's talking about, because that's why we got him on the show. So salute to you and the rest of your team at Tactical Force Training Solutions.
Thank you for having me. Shout out to my partner, Teresa Marable, who couldn't be here today. But we're partnering with Marable Enterprise to host the classes, and Teresa Davis Productions. I think it's just there's just a wealth of help in getting this resource out there.
Absolutely, man. We love it. We love it. We love it. And like I said, we're giving you flowers while you're here, because we want to support businesses, black businesses, importantly. But we support all business, and we wanted to do something with safety, and I just wanted to show some guns. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just want to show.
I'm trying to find out what I need to do so I can be legal, right?
That's right, and that's what we're here for, to be on that awareness. Somebody mad at me. I guess they mad at me because I said something about the guns. I don't know. It's all good. Let me see what they said. I want to see who's mad at the rebel. Let me see. Oh, Janae. I guess she mad about something. His daughter-in-law. She all good though. So once again, y'all, if y'all want to get trained up for this Firearms Training Academy, you want to dial 410-262-1087, and the name of the company is Tactical Force Training Solution. You can put it all together in one word and put it in Google, and you'll get exactly where you need to get to be. These some good peoples, and they got very good knowledge of what needs to be handled as far as the safety and importance of before you make a move, before you even get to the class, what you're supposed to do and how you're supposed to handle yourself and conduct yourself. So be safe out on them streets, y'all. This is Organic Radio Show with Tactical Force Training Solutions with my girl, DJ Latte Life. Appreciate you, bro.
Thank you. Appreciate y'all.
All right.
Stay you saying.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that's how it goes down, y'all. No doubt, no doubt. Y'all got to be safe out there. Make sure y'all are doing the right thing. Because safety is first in everything. Life, everything.